And the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
You have the floor, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ci guddi yépp mu baal leen ko yéen ñépp fi teew. I will start with something that is sort of a joke, but it's a joke that scares me sometimes, because what I'm scared of Safia is that she entered my own house, has supporters within my own family before I knew her. And when I started telling my daughter in Fula, I want to travel, she said, Father, I cannot excuse you for not attending Safia. I said, now this is kidnapping. But before I go further, I want to say this. I want to read this part. Copyright 2022. Safia to Juf, issued in print and electronic formats, ISBN 9789983941838, printed by Iras Printers, all rights reserved. No part of this book may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, electronic, mechanical, photocopying, recording, otherwise, without the permission of the author. What I like about it is that the end said, printed in the Gambia. So I will go back to the young man. We can all make it here. Yes. So I will come back to the poems, but before I go, you see, there is a miracle that Allah has given to us human beings, which we should be very much protective of. Before I go further, I have to greet my dear brothers, my educator and mentor. I begin with him. He's a Pan-African. Sorry. I'm sorry. When I talk about those people, I become emotional. I'm sorry. Give me that bottle of water, please. Because the reason is that as a kid, I grew up reading books about America Cabral, Patrice Lumumba, and others. But as a kid, I heard about the track record of our own America Cabrals in this country, in the name of Honorable Sidia. I'm sorry. There is a reason why. I don't want to spoil the occasion. I'm sorry. But help me come back. Because the reason is that as a kid, I used to listen to Radio Gambia, and then I would hear lessons of how to grow up to be a kid near my late father. I'm sorry, Sabiego. I'm very, very sorry. I don't want to do this to you, but I will regard as strength. The man was so important for me. And one of those people that used to do these programs is sitting here. You know? So we have to embrace ourselves. You know? Being a revolutionary is not cosmetic. It is true. So that is it. So if I think of how these people influence my life, it touches me because I think of my father, Bokarr Sey. So I will continue and say thank you to the brothers who are there, my dear brother Honorable Sidia Jatta, my dear brother Bakari Baji, who is of course a brother in the Gambia and a brother in the United States of America. And then my dear brother there, Mamadou Sabale, and everybody on that table today with Ya Imam Chebo Cham. I say to you, Imam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, because the Imams and the Ustazis made me. So this miracle is called a brain, mind, and that is the miracle. Now the power of the mind is what Allah has given us. And this mind is how the human being can ask the elephant to go down. It goes down and you ride it. The power of that mind is how the human being can ask the camel to go down. It goes down, you ride it. The power of the mind is how the human being can use it to train a lion and walk around the streets with the mind. The power of the mind is how the human being made the plane, and we are in an age of aces, where you have the digital world. We are in an age of aces, a digital world that is an outcome of what generations have gathered and processed along the contours of time. We have arrived here today. We remember great men like Einstein, my mentor, the revolutionary mentioned Sheikh Anta Diop, and others. Well, after making good use of the calculus, they were good mathematicians. It's from their famous calculus calculations and all that we made a lot of things. But where did they end up? They end up being philosophers, poets, and writers. If you go on Google, you type Einstein, you see Einstein's quotes. You don't see Einstein's formulas and mathematics. So Safiyatu, you chose the right path. Okay? What is this? Are you telling me I have 1 minute? I cannot do a book review in 1 minute, bro. Okay. So this is it. So these philosophers and writers, from which we can see coded language. Coded language is what sprang, become what we decode. Let me tell you this. Today we are gathered here to name a baby. And who are the parents of the baby? Poetry, the potent, and mind, the one who is the partner to conceive what the potent partner gave the mind. And that is what the baby is. Who is the custodian? Who is what they call the jatige of these parents? It is Safiyatu Diop. Who is the baby and what is the baby's name? Under the spell of poetry. That's it. Now, who is the guru, guide? Again, is Safiyatu Diop. Now we enter the room to observe the inner side of this baby. But before I go further, I will reflect back on what Mr. Sidia Jatta said right here. He said, language. He talked about language. Okay? Now linguists of all generations are here to speak, and they start my inner feeling again. Do you know how we were colonized? Most of us talk about colonialism and everything. We are dominated, we are retarded, we are this, we are that. Analytics all over the world, intellectual gymnastics rolling around, going up to the asteroids and coming back. It's simple. We were colonized through language. Go through the language they use inside our offices. What do you hear? Minister. It is derived from what? The arrival of the colonialists. If you trace it, it goes back to a theology. What do we have still? What is the change? Permanent secretary. It is permanent, yes. This context keep going inside us. What do you have as proverbs? You hear proverbs and we use them every day. Those proverbs are resounding in our mind. We go out in the street and believe in it. And you, the youths, I'm appealing to you. When I came back to the Gambia, I walked around and then saw some of them and made them laugh near Pipeline Mosque. Said, Uncle Nyonga, man, yeah, Bando Nyo, put no rubber together. And they were all laughing. And they were saying, Uncle, fan nga xamee raba man leen xam naa subu fen, xam naa aaj bi, xam naa dogit, which is $100, $50, $25. You have to immerse yourself inside their system to understand what affects them. Now the thinker, the linguist said, language is where we should go through. In French, they said la langue a quatre habilités. L'habilité d'écouter, parler, lire et écrire. The ability to listen, to speak, to read, and to write. It brings me back to the time of Amadou Hampâté Bâ. He defended ours at a time when some French were telling him what we are saying is impossible. Amadou Hampâté asked him a question. He asked them, can you show me a language in the world that has not borrowed any word or any sentence from other languages before it was born? They said no. He said then the Africans can write their own language. What should we work on now? Not to complain a lot, because all the revolutionaries in this continent are soliloquizing. They are talking to themselves. The analysts, the activists, look at them, me included. We soliloquize because we use English and French and Arabic and stand on the podium and call ourselves revolutionaries. Which revolutionary are you? You revolutionize your own system to refuse using the person you are saying is dominating you. You are using his tool to talk to him. You are using her tool to talk to her. Then she will continue dominating you. You are not a revolutionary. Revolutionize the language first. That's what the revolutionary was talking about. Okay? Amadou Hampâté Bâ gave us that. So today, most of the countries that have succeeded in the world, China uses Chinese, India using Indian language, Japan uses Japanese language. We have seen some of the first female pilots in the world. They use Arabic language to fly the plane. Is that English? No. Now, look, you hear some people in the United States. I was in a classroom one time in Texas, and I was teaching, and then one of the ladies, an African American, said, "Hi, Mr. Say." I said, "Yes." He said, because they call it Say, S-E-Y. I said, "Yes." He said, "Where is your accent from?" I said, "My accent is from difference." It is absolutely from. If you go to Gambia, we say, "What's the matter with you?" And then you from the American side, you say, "What's the matter?" You have an accent. That is where accent is from. Liberate yourself from that mindset, because we have a problem, and the problem is cultural imperialism. You go on Facebook. I listen to radios when I'm driving my car. What do you hear? Some of you on radios, you hear them say, "You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?" I say, "Look, you know, don't force yourself, because that's slang." In the street of New York, there are other areas you speak it, they look at you. You can have the American accent, but don't speak the slang. Don't look low upon yourself. Be that teacher who used to teach us geography in everyday school. He said he doesn't like the intellectual of the brother and the mother. He said he likes the one who is a brother, mother, you know, because you are liberating yourself from it. Let's be serious about what we do. You know what? I will now go into the book and read one poem that I chose. There is a reason why I chose it, and read another one for us to know what this book is about. But I told the author yesterday when I met her, I will tease her though, you know, the great granddaughter of Bursin Kumandofe now writing poems, that's something else. Okay? Now here is one of the poems he wrote, even the source of my pen. "So I condemn the trends our football team players chanted. So I vent, I document, I write it out while on the oath. There is no God but Allah. Alhamdulillah. Muhammad is the prophet of God, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It gives me torment, hard pain. Here I cast the spell. And what someone want to sell that we Muslims can buy. Our secret is Allah, our bread is Allah. And here I glorify that He is the only one worthy of worship, and I would extend to say to save us fame without being, it's a dead brain." Thank you, Safiya. That is true. That is absolutely true. So here is another one. She said, "With prayers, many things can come from darkness into light." Well, I think Ustaz Chebo or Imam Chebo can expand on that, but he will tell you, Imam, ngeni nyulu bola bi jami be bola jang afoye ko monemu zulumat and nur. There is a fight from the beginning of time. These two have been fighting, light and darkness, and that's what she is trying to exploit from this place. But before I go, I wrote her my own poem. I wrote her a poem, and I want to read that out so that people will hear what I wrote about Safiya. Okay? My poem is my pet poem. My pet poem isn't a woodpecker. She is not a woodpecker. She is set to settle in imagination, and imagination is sweeter than knowledge because knowledge has already been acquired, courtesy of Albert Einstein. Imagination is sweet. Knowledge is neither bitter nor sweet. It is the taste bud itself. It's knowledge that tastes to know whether it is sweet or not. My pet poem is like a comet up above the sky. No let and hindrance for this mind in my pet poem. Thought met her in the abstract. Thought does not rot. You have never had rotting thought. It is the cut that mind conceives, and that cut is the cradle of the baby of the brain produced by Safiyatu Juh. My poet is the seed of talent. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Thank you.
I was overwhelmed with this speech. In fact, I lost my brain. I was on diverging lenses. I was jumping over fences like I was on trenches. Sorry, I wanted to imitate Umar Champion, but he's in the building. Bro, forgive my bad English. That was a very beautiful, wonderful statement by our mentor and the book reviewer, who has done justice to the topic. Some of you who were wondering what the poetry book is all about, here you have satisfied your taste because he has read just a piece from this book to ascertain your understanding and to let you know how important the book is. Ladies and gentlemen, may I at this juncture kindly allow the author, Mamadou Sabali, of course I forgot to say honorable, Honorable Mamadou Sabali, to kindly do the official launching of the book. Mr. Sabali is an award-winning author and a motivational speaker. Please, let's welcome Gambia's pen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing us with this unique opportunity of coming here today as Gambians.
Waf, she was in Pin State, Nyoma Yoni Waf, she was in Pin State, Nyoma Yoni Waf. So they immigrate, yo, I'm okay. Waf, she was in Pin State, Nyoma Yoni Waf. Federal stimulus funds, well unemployment insurance. Yo, Miko Amul, Dawal Binduji. Ay, why, Kai, why, Dawal Binduji. WIRF Nyoma Yoni Waf, she was in Tin State, Nyoma Yoni Waf. Bilai, yo, I'm Jaffe, she COVID-19 Waf, she was in Tin State, Nyoma Yoni Waf. Yo, the world they apply, was in COVID-19. Immigrants will it form,
but it is the father of Allah that you
you approve $1,000 was it in
Let's join hands together and we can go far. Love one another and we will be free. Now you got to go, hey, now you got to know, hey, na 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 na, yeah.
Dawal, mane dawal, bawaf apply.
Buraga.
Dawal, mane dawal, bawaf apply. Me are degouler, benyu khibale. Wow, Washington, immigrants really fun. Nena dañoo bëgg lii leer ci yéen xaalis bi ñu leen di jox du bor du loon wala leneen xanaa di leen koy jàppale dawal waaf bindu ji dawal waaf bindu ji dawal waaf bindu ji waaf ba ca bëggee xam lu la leer yow dawal waaf Washington West African Center waaf dinañ la jàppale yow nga bindu daal waaf mbir mi benn cuni la wala lu ko ëpp daal waaf amul tiit amul ragal sama nijaay jógal te dem waaf lii du borte doo ko fay sama nijaay jëlal samay waaf tapati patate tipa waaf tapati patate waaf
do ko to le tari alfa le silo wala ne ko ni ali samu silo wala na mone ora di ngol to le nyanda do wacala manfo fenna ni banko ka aduna ado alina dino alina kabol fenna kabol le boy